Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have a hashtag Pan Your TBR bookshelf and Color Me Reading update. These are two separate reading projects I'm doing this year that I just am combining into one update, especially for months like these where I only read one book for each. So the hashtag Pan Your TBR bookshelf project was created by Amy from Curly Loves Beauty and Books, and the Color Me Reading project was created by Verity of Red Dirt and Stardust and Samantha from Makeup Mania and More. And I'm going to just have everybody participating in the projects listed down below because it's just easier that way, I think. So they're pretty simple. Pan your TBR bookshelf, just pan books that you want to read, that you have on your TBR bookshelf. Color Me Reading, they changed it up this year where instead of a color per month, there's just a list of 24 colors, and whenever you read a book, you can try to incorporate it or attribute one of the colors on the list to that book. So that is basically the long and the short of it. Hopefully the more short than long. But as I said, I only managed to read 2 books this month, and one for TBR bookshelf and one that I can attribute to a Color Me Reading color. So I'll just get right into it. I am not a book reviewer. Like, I just want to make that very clear. And I'm not the kind of person who reads a book and even though I do have like an English literature degree, I'm just not a very critical reader. I just read because I like to read, not because I'm looking for hidden meanings in things. So I don't know how helpful my reviews of things will be. Definitely not going to be as high spirited as last month's because I actually liked the books that I read. So first, for Pan Your TBR bookshelf, and I don't have this book currently because it was a library book, so I'll get a picture of the cover and throw it up somewhere. But it was Behind the Scenes at the Museum by Kate Atkinson. Now, I really enjoy what novels I have read of hers because I have not read everything, but she has a mystery kind of series following a detective, Jackson Brody, and the only one of those I have not read is the most recent one. I have the first 4 and I really enjoy those. I have read her novel Life After Life, which actually is the first novel to the second. It's not a direct sequel, but the second book that I'm going to talk about today is like a companion piece to that novel. And she has a few other books that I have not read yet, and one of them is the first book I read this month, Behind the Scenes at the Museum. And I don't remember if I said it already, but this was her first novel that she wrote. It was interesting to read. I liked it. I don't know why. It just felt a little long. Some sections just felt a little long. It was good. You can definitely see her writing style, how her writing style is going to be. She likes to play with time a lot. Nothing is told in a linear fashion. I don't know quite how to explain it. So there's kind of two competing storylines, but they are intertwined. So the first storyline follows Ruby, and it's very interesting. It starts from the moment of her conception and goes until I think she's 40 or something. So that timeline is linear. But every other chapter, there's another little piece of backstory for one of her relatives. There's her mother, her grandmother, her great-grandmother. I believe even some of her other female relatives, but I can't remember for sure right now because I did read this quite a while ago. I finished it a couple weeks ago. But those stories jump around in time all over the place. So from that perspective, that's definitely a literary mechanism that she uses in all of her other novels that I've read from her so far. Like time doesn't just take place as it's happening right now. Like everything is just kind of, you bounce around from time period to time period and year to year sometimes in the same chapter. And it can be a little jarring if you're not used to that style, I guess. But I've read enough from her that I knew what to expect, or I wasn't surprised that that was how the novel was set up. But it was very interesting. I will say that I've noticed from the books that I've read of hers, they're not really happy. Like, they're not happy endings per se. I mean, some of these characters have pretty miserable lives. And even though, like, you really like the character and you're rooting for them, it's just, I mean, I guess that's life, I guess. It's not super fair, and you want these people to, like, find love and have great relationships with their parents and their siblings and, like, have nothing bad happen to them. And that's not how real life works. And that is definitely not how the lives of the characters in Kate Atkinson's novels work. So that was the first book I read. The second book I read, I still have it. It was another library book. But again, by Kate Atkinson. It is A God in Ruins. This is the companion novel to Life After Life. It follows, like, I don't know exactly how to explain it because I don't want to like give too much away for either book. I'll extremely briefly just state Life After Life. It's about a family, the Todd family, but really it's about one particular child, Ursula. And in that book, it explores what happens if you, like, live your life over and over and over again. Like, how does it change? How does it stay the same, etc., etc. So again, very much playing with the concept of time. This novel is, like I said, it's a companion piece. It's not a sequel, but this one follows Ursula's brother, Ted. And I really did enjoy it. Again, like, sometimes in the same chapter, you're like in the 50s and then all of a sudden you're in the 2000s and you're like, how did we get here? Because it's like 2 sentences later and you're like, okay, we're in a different time period now. But this spans pretty much Ted's entire life. You know, growing up as a child in England. The World War II is a very big part of this book because Ted is a young man when the fighting breaks out. He joins the RAF as a pilot, and I would say a good half of the book is following Ted during that point in his life, although, as I said, it covers, like, his entire life. Some of those chapters, especially when Ted is, and it's not a first-person book. It's kind of like a third-person omniscient narrator. You do see other people's thoughts and feelings, but it is mainly following Ted. Some of the portions where Ted is going through, like, they call them ops, like, going on their bombing missions, some of those chapters can get a little long. Not too bad, but a little bit. Sometimes they can get a little repetitive. But overall, I really liked the book. And the ending was such a fucking gut punch that I was just like, I should have seen it coming. I really should have, and I didn't. And that's, I think, what made it even, not worse, but, like, more surprising is that I didn't see it coming. And there are clues as to how the ending is going to unfold within the novel. I didn't really pick up on them because, like I said, I'm not a super close reader like that. I read for enjoyment, not for trying to figure out, like, all of the symbolism and meaning of everything. So that's about as much as I want to say about that, because I don't want to ruin it in case you do want to read it, because it was it was a really good book. She's a really good writer. I enjoyed it a lot. So those were the 2 books that I managed to read this month. I wanted to read more. I just didn't. So, now, I don't know that I'm going to do this every month, but this month, since I did only read 2 books, I do want to just talk very briefly about 2 books that I really, really would like to read for next month. One of them is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. I have been hearing such good things about this book. I cannot, it is super on hold at the library. It's not in stock on Barnes & Noble. I haven't looked on Amazon. I'm trying not to buy as much stuff from Amazon. So especially stuff like books, I'd really, even if it's a mega corporation like Barnes & Noble, I'd still rather buy from a book retailer than Amazon. So I haven't looked there. It may be available, but I could not find this anywhere. And then one of my real life friends, I had met up with her. We were talking about books because she's a super huge reader. And I was mentioning how much I wanted to read this. And she had it. I don't know if she did end up buying it at a Barnes & Noble or how she came about it, but she was so sweet and she gave this to me. And I am just so excited to read it because, like I said, look at this cover. So first of all, this book is going to be right up my alley. But I have not heard anything bad about this book. I haven't read too much about it because I don't want to spoil myself on anything. But I've just heard that it's very good. So I'm really, really excited to read that. And then the next book I'm definitely going to try and read is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Now this, again, the same friend who gave me that book, we were talking and she actually was telling me about Book of the Month where it's something like $15 every month and you have 7 books to choose from, but as long as you pick one of the 7 books, you can also, for a reduced fee, add any of their past Book of the Months. And I thought it was cool. It sounded cool. She had a referral link where I got, I think it was $10 off. So I got this book for $5 plus, I don't know. I don't even think I paid for shipping. I think I paid $5 and whatever the state tax was. So I'm going to leave my referral link down below in case you want to check it out. This is not an affiliate code. This is a referral link that whoever signs up for this Book of the Month gets the referral link and you both get $10 off. So I'm well, if anybody is interested, you get $10, I get $10. It's a win-win situation. But I also didn't realize, and I asked her and confirmed it, all the books you get are hardcover. So I got a brand new hardcover book for $5 and I was really excited about that. And especially I was oh, 15, that's good, but some paperbacks they're 15 at Barnes & Noble. But if they're all hardcovers, getting a brand new hardcover for $15 is basically unheard of. So I'm actually super excited to see what April's picks are going to be and to see what extra books I want to add in. But these are the two books that I do want to read for the coming month. Like I said, this one is number 1 on my list. I'm probably going to start this tonight actually. And I'm so excited. I was so shocked that she gave it to me. I was just I wanted to read this so bad. So that was my Pan Your TBR bookshelf and Color Me Reading updates. And also I did just want to give a very quick happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody, especially to Ruth, who is a very dear Irish friend here on YouTube. And I have my green eye look. I have green earrings. I surprisingly, because I do love green eyeshadow so much, and I do love green, it's outside of eyeshadow, it's one of my favorite colors, but it is not my favorite color. I have 2 green shirts in my whole wardrobe. So I'm actually, you can't see it, this is actually an Earth Day shirt, but it's green, so I thought I would wear it today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have read anything good lately. As I say in every video, I'm always on the hunt for more and more books because I do really love reading. I'm getting back into it again these past couple of years after taking quite a long break from it between work and kids. And I'm really enjoying it. So that is it for me today. You will be seeing this look in my next video because I have a free day because my Madeline is with my parents, Nathaniel is in school, my husband is not working from home today. I am just like free and I'm so excited for all the things that I want to do and I'm not going to get to do because I have too many things I want to do and I'm probably not going to get to them all, but I have the option to do whatever I want today. So that has nothing to do with anything. I was very excited about it. So I thought I'd share with you all that I'm very excited that I have a free day to myself with no children, no husband, no nobody. And it's like a St. Patrick's Day miracle. So with that being said, I hope you're all having a great day or night wherever you are. You are staying safe. Very safe today, please, and sane and healthy, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.